Yo, what up, all you gamers out there? The name's Second Heat, and I'm bringing you guys another what grinds my gears video. And the topic of the day is the misuse of the word tryhard. So let's get right into things.
Throwing frag.
You guys have not heard the next installment to the Borderlands franchise. People who believe that video games is a waste of time. Now, normally when I'm saying all this, everything that I'm about to say is normally going out to the Call of Duty community, since the Call of Duty is really the game that I play. It's the online gaming game that I actually play. So everything I'm about to say is everything really geared toward Call of Duty itself and not really any other games. And this isn't going out, this isn't normally to everybody. You know, not everybody misuses this word, and not everybody uses it so much that it kind of annoys me. This only goes out to those who constantly say like almost every game you get into. So without rambling on, let me just start things off by giving you guys the different misuses people will use with the word tryhard. Starting off with the sniper community, which is kind of the community I'm in. A lot of snipers, and you know what? I'm just to let you guys know, I'm guilty of this too. I have misused the word tryhard as well. However, I do try to like keep it kind of like leveled. I don't try to misuse it every game because I understand that I will get shatted on like a lot of times. So I keep this to a point. So going to things for the sniper community normally likes to define tryhards as red gun users, no matter what gun they use, whether it be shotguns, LMGs, SMGs, assault rifles. I probably wouldn't say pistols. Like I probably wouldn't say secondaries, although that does get on our nerves. Maybe like rocket launchers and stuff like that. But definitely any primary weapon that does not include a sniper. I guess maybe the SVU as well. But no, that's you're just bad. But like basically anything that's not a sniper, you're automatically considered a tryhard amongst a lot of the, I guess you could call them the low rank snipers, those who aren't as mature and more understandable as those have been going at it for so long. That can be interpreted in many ways, but you'll hopefully know what I'm talking about. It's going up into the levels. For the red gun users, those that the snipers call tryhards, their perception of tryharding are normally those that tend to use some of the OP weapons. You guys might know some of the. Well, I had kind of made a rant on this, a couple of videos ago on what grinds my gears, called weapons that take no skill, and these are the kind of weapons that the red gun users find as the tryhards. Those that would like to use the AN-94, the MSMC, PDW, Vector, MTAR, and stuff like that. Those that really gets you the kill instead of you having to work for that kill. So stuff like that. That's kind of like what the red gunners like to call as the tryhards. Overall, no matter what, the common thing between these two are, if you're gonna be called a tryhard, that's because you like dominated the other team that badly. That's why normally when I get called a tryhard, even when I'm using a sniper, which is weird, whenever I get called a tryhard, I kind of find that as a compliment, because they're technically telling me like, bro, and not sounding cocky whatsoever, but it's kind of like, bro, you beat us so badly. Like, we had to come up with an excuse of why you beat us badly, so we're just going to call you a tryhard. And I don't even know how that's an insult in their eyes, but apparently it is. And that that actually grinds my gears. So that might be the next topic. But anyways, if anyone ever gets called, if anyone really gets called a tryhard, majority of the time, that's actually a good thing. It means that they were actually doing work. It means that they were actually going at it. It means that they were actually being good players. So if you ever get called a tryhard, don't ever take that as an insult. Just take it as a compliment, because that's actually pretty good to be called a tryhard, even though that's not exactly true. But still, in their eyes, it just means you're that much better than them. Now, let me tell you guys what actual tryharding is. These are, what should really consider you as a tryhard. Not the misuse perception, but like the actual use of a tryhard. The first, and I have like four points of a tryhard. The first one, you'll have your slaying tryhards. The slayer tryhards are normally those who are going for like the high kill streaks, like a swarm or beetle warship, any like air support. Those who are going for like the high kill streaks, those can kind of be considered tryhards, because that just shows of how well they're doing in the game. That just shows that they're constantly beating people at gunfights. That just shows that they're maneuvering around the map well enough that they can constantly kill their enemies without a death. Those can be considered as tryhards. These guys you'll also be seeing normally getting like maybe somewhere around 50 and over kill not deaths, but 50 and over kills in like whatever game they play, except for team deathmatch, because that's kind of like a 75 kill max. So if you could pull that off, that's pretty impressive. But still, like those guys you'll normally see, and those you can kind of consider as a tryhard. My next one is the OBJ players. The OBJ, aka objective. These players are those that really want the win. Those who so focused on is getting that win, increasing their win streak, and such like that. Those guys can be considered as tryhard because, well, if their sole objective is the win, they're going to be doing their best to make sure that they do not lose. They're going to do whatever they can to win. Like let's say it's a domination game. Sometimes they'll do their best to triple cap you the entire match. Sometimes they'll do their best to keep the double cap and just keep you spawn trapped, so you can't even get to their objective or to the flag or anything. In demolition games, these guys are constantly going after the bomb. These guys can also be spawn trapping you, and the spawn trapping thing is actually another it's another point. It's basically the map. Those who are very skilled with map control. The map control guys are normally those that do their best to keep their enemy trapped in one area. You'll normally see this in competitive gaming. How they'll constantly try to rotate the spawns so that they can make it easier to just keep you trapped in one area and just constantly rack up on the kills, so that way their team can win, constantly hit the objective, and bring home the W. That's my second, third. I mean, I just said that's my second, third. That's my third point as a tryhard that can consider you as a tryhard, are those that are very skilled in map control. These guys can also be. You'll also see these guys normally. I guess you can call them camping a lot. They'll normally be like camping down like a certain line of sight that they know a lot of people are going to be coming through, that they know it's going to be a lot of activity going on, so they'll be constantly racking up these kills. I guess you could also call them the slayers in a way, although they're more tactical slayers. But the map control players, they do their best to keep you trapped in one area so they could constantly rack up their kills, so the rest of the team do not have to worry too much about the enemy. All this just so they can bring home the win, which basically sums up 1 and 2, all summed up into that third one. The final one is more team based. It's more of a whole group to be called a tryhard, and this is something some people like to call the MLG status. For those guys that do not know, MLG stands for Major League Gaming, and in Major League Gaming, these are where the gaming pros like to go in and just wreck one another. You know, going for big prize monies, or if you watch the X Games where they try to go for that gold medal, they really want the first place prize, and this is where they freaking go all out on one another. These are the true definitions of a tryhard. Basically, normally in MLG status teams, you normally hear a lot of call outs. You normally hear a lot of strategies being made. You'll normally hear them like actually encouraging one another, being like, okay, this is what you gotta do. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. Don't worry about this. Don't worry, I got your back. You'll normally see them always having each other's backs. You'll always be seeing tons of support. You'll be seeing them have a lot of map control. You normally see a lot of them playing the objective a lot. You'll then see a lot of people going for the slaying role just so they can help out the objective players. All these guys are basically helping one another for that win. That fourth one is the basic, this is basically the sum of points 1, 2, and 3, all summed up into one team. These are what a tryhard really is. This is how you should use a tryhard. This is how you can identify a real tryhard. Now, once again, being a tryhard is not a bad thing. Being a tryhard is actually a good thing, because that just shows how dedicated you are to a win. That shows how better you are than the others, not sounding cocky. This just shows that you know what you're doing, and that you're not, dead weight to your team. So if you're going to be called a tryhard, don't take that as a bad way. Even though that's what the enemy wants it to be, they want it to be a bad thing. But in your eyes, you should see this more as a compliment, because being called a tryhard just shows how good of a player you really are. So that's been my talk on the misuse of tryharding, and the more educational wise of what a tryhard actually is. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Please comment on what you feel about tryhards, the misuse of tryhards, and if you're either a victim, or maybe you're one that constantly uses that word in the non-definition way, I guess you can say. Just leave that all in the comments down below. And so next time, this has been your boy Tech and Heat, and I'm out. Peace.